Welcome to BlueStar's AppeTech, where our goal is to mix in a dash of channel-based education, a sprinkle of vendor solutions, and a hint of collaborative cooking tutorials. Let's get started. Hello everyone and welcome to BlueStar's Tech Connect Kitchen. I am Dean Reverman and this is AppeTech. We are joined today by Kayla Robison, who's, if you haven't seen her around here before, she's been everywhere else. Guy Fieri's, grocery challenge, right?
Yep.
She's been on Food Network, she's been on Cooking Challenge. Did you just say the Today Show?
I was on the Today Show.
Get out of town, right? So she's been around, she knows what she's doing. Well, we challenged her today with a movie challenge. We said, hey, send us what's your favorite movie and then develop a dish from that. So today we're doing, the movie is Mostly Martha, and the dish is gnocchi.
Yes.
Gnocchi.
Gnocchi.
Okay, I don't say it as good as you do, but we're good to go. Before we get started, we got to say thanks to our sponsors. That is Elo, Epson, Samsung, and Zebra. Thank you so much for your sponsorship. And hey, you can still stay engaged with Blue Star. We've got lots of stuff that we got going on. Go to BlueStarInc.com. Go to the Pandemic Toolkit. Click on that, and you'll see links to our podcast. You can see our event. We got our Tech Connect to You tour show out on the road. So if you want to see us and all the solutions, come see us there. We got all kinds of other things there as well. But pay attention until the end here, because we'll give you a code, we'll give you a link, and you would have the ability to get this wonderful recipe that we're going to prepare for you today. And you could get a $25 gift card, because what I love about Kayla, how many ingredients we got here?
6.
6 ingredients. So you can get the $25 gift card for those ingredients. Let's dive right on in. We got gnocchi. So tell us a little bit about this. What were you inspired by here, right?
Mostly Martha is this movie. It's actually a German film, but America did their own version of it called No Reservations, which is a really popular one. Catherine Zeta-Jones, a couple other really famous actors in there. But basically, it's a love story about 2 chefs and their egos.
Right.
Who's the better cook? And then they fall in love, and it's so
all
cute.
good at the end, kind of a thing.
All great at the end. Yes, it's great. It's really funny. It's a great film. I really No Reservations is the American version of it. Mostly Martha is the original version.
We were watching some snippets from it. I mean, they're cooking the whole time, so it's like right in your wheelhouse. You're probably like, no, I wouldn't do that. Ooh, there's a good tip.
I know. There's sometimes, sometimes I got to get out of my head a little bit.
I'm sure they did other dishes, but one of the ones that they prepared in there is gnocchi.
So gnocchi is one of my absolute favorite dishes for a few reasons. One, it's all pantry goods mostly. As you can see here, we have an egg, flour, and potatoes. That's all you need to make gnocchi. So for a sauce, we're going to be very simple. We're going to do a brown butter sage, okay? Or a sage brown butter.
I can't wait.
Yeah,
this looks so simple already.
It's fun and interactive, which means I'm going to put you to work.
Oh, all right.
Okay, great.
Fair enough.
So before, you should always have your potatoes boiled and just soft enough, just like you would make mashed potatoes, where they're fork tender.
Okay.
And you want to leave the skin on when you do that, and we're going to take the skin off. So I started taking it off here, and you want to help me with the rest?
Yes,
so
absolutely.
I like to take, they're cool to touch, so just cool them enough so that you can handle them, okay?
Yep.
So I already kind of started yours, but I like to take, a spoon.
Oh, get out of town. Is this how you do this?
Yeah, sometimes it will peel. It'll be so soft that it will peel, but I just kind of
Am I just making like a pile of peel here?
Yeah,
is that what I'm
just
going to
a
do?
pile of peel. Yep. Just kind of go ahead and just take off.
Okay, I feel like I'm doing, this is like old school, right?
I know. I mean, you could definitely use a potato peeler. It's probably easier, but I didn't know if we had one in the kitchen, so we're doing rustic and we're using a spoon. Watch, I'm gonna turn and then I'm gonna find one.
My wife is gonna be so impressed. She's gonna be like, now that I know you can do these kinds of things,
you're gonna be making dinner every Friday night.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't want to go that far.
But again, like this is just a fun dish to do with family and friends. This is a traditional dish that is done with the family. Stories being shared and whatnot with grandma. So that's why I love gnocchi. Of course, you can have other pastas that are fun to make, but they usually take a machine, whereas this is the best tool and ingredient you got is hands and love.
There you go.
It's a cool process. I really enjoy it.
So by the name, is this an Italian dish?
This is Italian.
Okay.
So it's actually a dumpling. That's kind of what we're making. We're making like a potato dumpling. So it's a pasta dumpling. It's kind of silly.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure the history behind it.
Yeah.
But I know that it's a very popular dish.
People in the chat, you can, tell us, chat it up right now. Where does gnocchi come from?
Yes.
You know, what's the history behind it?
Right, I know. My goal is to get to Italy soon, so.
I know, you were just talking about that. Europe's like on your bucket list, right?
Yes, I did Paris and England before pandemic, and now that we're starting to open back up, I'm ready to get into Italy.
I think we need to do an international version of Bon AppeTech.
Oh.
Like, we got to go to France,
Yes.
right? I mean, why wouldn't we?
Yes.
All right, so how am I doing here? Is
Good.
this like
this
ugly?
Is, perfect.
Is this getting
nope,
there?
This is perfect. So we're gonna go ahead and throw that right into
All
the
right.
trash. Potato peels are a little tricky. I'm all about saving scraps.
Yep.
But potato peels are actually one I don't save. They'd be great for composting, but I don't have a green thumb, so I'm not composting.
Fair enough.
Okay, so from here, you take like a cheese grater or box grater, and we're gonna use the thickest one. And this is actually how you would make latkes as well. Have you ever heard of
No.
latkes? It is a Jewish
Oh, yes.
potato pancake.
Okay, yeah.
So,
Got it.
or hash browns or anything like that. So you just kind of take it and you just shred your potato until it is nothing but perfectly shredded potatoes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
No
Try the
special
smaller
tip
side and
here,
see.
right?
Nope. Let's see. Yeah, we want to do the thicker side. Okay. So again, you want these just to be firm enough that you can put a fork through it and it falls right off the fork. Not mushy that when you put a fork through it, it completely falls apart,
It's
right?
not a twice baked potato.
Yeah,
we're not dealing
not
with that.
twice boiled. Like we just want to make sure it still has some firmness to it that we can handle it like this and make these beautiful shredded potatoes. All right, so if we were to make latkes from this point, you would soak it in water, there'd be potato starch at the bottom, then you'd really dry it all out, and then you'd make your nice little,
Oh, like the potato starch settles?
and you can use that as a thickener.
What?
Yeah, and it could be gluten-free that way. Yeah, a little fun, but
See, fun fact.
maybe the next cooking one we can do some Jewish goods, right?
Absolutely. That'll be our next challenge.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do this one, and then I'm gonna have you do yours. You can get a good arm workout out of
No
this.
doubt,
too.
right? Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So, yeah, just shred away, eh?
Yeah. Eh?
Eh?
I love it.
That's my Canadian in me.
Yeah. Are
I'm
you
not
Canadian?
No.
Oh,
I got
I was
zero
like,
Canadian in me.
I'm originally from
Trick
North
ya.
Dakota.
No,
and-
get out.
Yes, I am. I was a military brat, so we moved around, but we mostly lived in North Dakota, and A is pretty popular.
Yes, right? It's pretty
Canada,
close.
yeah, Canadian border's an hour away.
Yeah. All right,
Oh,
see?
that looks great.
Yep.
Yep,
This
so we
is
want-
definitely something I can handle.
Yeah, so you definitely want 2 large russet potatoes, and that's gonna feed enough for 4.
Okay. You
Yeah.
think this is going to make enough for 4?
Yes, just watch. It
All right.
definitely will.
All right. I'm just happy I haven't shredded my thumb here. Yet,
I
so
know, that's the
I'm
tricky
good,
part.
I'm good. I'm going to
And
go a
when
little
you
bit more
sometimes get
here.
closer, use the palm of your hand
Yeah.
where you can kind of just like get in there, and that definitely helps. That's great. That's enough.
Yeah?
Yeah, we can rock with that.
All right.
All right, so we have our beautiful mound of
So we're just
tomatoes.
we're just
Or
making them
tomatoes.
out.
Potatoes, yes. Okay, so from this point, I like to crack an egg right in the center. Boom.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Make it a little well.
I trust you.
Okay. Then we're just gonna kind of scramble that guy right in the center.
Now, we are doing this on a marble top. Is that what you would prefer? I mean, you can
Any
do it
flat
on a
surface,
countertop,
yeah.
right?
Just make sure you have a lot of extra flour because this does get a little sticky. Okay, so from
okay.
here, I start with 2 cups and sometimes I'll add more.
Okay.
So
And this is just regular flour? I'm
this
sorry,
is just
Kayla.
AP flour, yep,
Yeah.
all-purpose flour.
Could you use almond flour
Yep,
or something
I've had
different?
folks do that. Yep, you can
Okay.
use sweet potatoes. You can use cauliflower. You can get really
Which is
creative.
like all the rage right now. You can get
It
like
is.
cauliflower dough
I
for
know,
pizzas and stuff like
That's
that.
the trendy thing.
Yeah, so we have Pizza Friday and we've been using cauliflower crust
Yeah?
recently.
There you go.
It's good stuff though.
Yeah, and it's gluten-free. Okay, so this is the part that gets a little tricky. So you can kind of see it's really crumbly,
Yes.
right? There's a lot of egg in there, which is great, but if it's sticking, which means I need to add more flour. Would you do me the honor
Yes.
and just add a little bit more flour?
Yep. So
Just
you
kinda coat
say
it.
when, huh?
Yep, there you go.
Float it across the
Make
top?
it rain, perfect, or snow, I guess. Yeah, perfect. All right, so then I'm just
So wait a
gonna.
minute, it was too sticky. So if it's too sticky, you need to add
You
some
need
more.
to add some
Got it.
flour, yes.
Okay.
So basically, I'm just kneading this. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling in doing this kneading move. Boom. Now I can already feel we've got enough flour, which is great.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna put this to the side. Gets a little messy. Your hands will get real gooey. But that's the fun of it.
That's the fun of it,
yes.
absolutely.
All
My
right.
kids would be all over this. They'd love
for
this.
sure.
I mean, come on.
I'm gonna sprinkle actually a little. You wanna make sure your surface has got flour as well. So I'm gonna keep kneading. And I'm gonna split this up so you can kind of feel what I mean. So dip your hand in that flour. Make sure you've got, coat it a lot.
Oh,
get in there.
get in there?
Get in there.
All right.
All right. And then we're gonna put some flour down in your surface. Yeah, just kind of coat it. Now I'm gonna brush some off to the side so when you need more, you can have more. But go ahead and just knead it. There you go, yep. Can you kind of feel it?
Yes.
It's a little sticky, which means if it's just a little sticky, you just add a little bit more flour to it. I just kind of coat it, yep. All right, and we want it to be like it looks like a nice little pizza dough. You know what pizza dough looks like, right?
Absolutely. I worked in a pizzeria for years and years. Yes.
I did too.
That's how I got my way through college and all that kind of good stuff, right?
That's what keeps you humble.
I know, but we would make like huge batches of dough in a dough maker.
Oh yeah?
You know, and then pull it out and cut it up and
that's fun. Pizza's a lot of fun to make too.
It is. And by the way, I am one of those that believes that everybody should work in food service at some point in their life.
I
right?
agree.
So that they can appreciate what's all going on in the back there.
That and retail. I worked retail.
I have not done that.
Oh, I did that in high school too. And yeah, Black Friday is the worst day of all time. Yeah, but you're right. Like it's just once you've worked in the industry and you can appreciate it a little more. And be a little more understanding to certain things, you know.
Yeah.
right,
Okay,
how's your dough?
I don't know. What do you think? Too sticky?
Too sticky.
Too sticky.
More
I need more flour.
Yep.
All right.
I'm trying to clean up my hands. I look like I don't know what I look like. Gobby hands.
But that's good. Okay, so that was too sticky, and you can. I'm sure people could see that it was like a.
Yeah, so you can see where mine's starting to come together, that it's like holding its shape. You can see my like finger imprint in there, you know what I mean? But still, it's just slightly sticky, just slightly. Now, you don't want it to be too much flour because then you've got it, like you kind of see how that's crumbly.
Crumbling?
Yeah,
cracking
so we
a little
don't
bit too
want
much,
that. Okay, so mine's mine's basically there. Let's check yours. Boom.
I don't know. I think I'm there.
It's there.
Yeah?
Yeah. A little bit more flour just to coat it so you can play around with it, but it's there. It's good.
Okay.
All right, so this part we want to kind of clean up. So what I do is I use the back of the knife, or if you have a bench scraper, that's even better.
Oh, okay.
Back of the knife to kind of make sure you have a nice, clean, flat surface. So I'm just kind of taking this and getting off that little goop. Let's see what you get.
I'm going to use your goop pile over there.
Yep. Yeah, your pile's pretty good. You've got a good base that you're working with, so that's good. Okay,
Perfect.
So this is our little goop pile on our fake bench scraper. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, we want this to have a lightly floured surface. Ours is. You're going to take this. Let's go ahead and break it in half.
Okay.
Kind of move it around. If it's sticking to your hands, you need more flour on your hands. How are we doing? Sticking a little? All right, so from here, some fresh. We're gonna do the snake motion, okay? So I start with one hand until it gets a little too big. Now the trick is definitely spreading your fingers as well. Then you'll add two hands, and you don't want to go too hard because it will separate. Yours is looking great. We're doing good.
All right.
Yes.
So far, so good.
Young grasshopper, you're doing quite well.
Thank you.
So we also want to make sure we taper the ends, which means, because sometimes if you go this way, it'll build up, right? So tapering means just making sure you're going all the way through the ends. Yep.
Kind of.
Finishing those ends. I kind of sometimes I'll pinch. Now, ideally, you're looking for about the size of my finger.
Okay.
So a little
more?
bit, yep, just a little bit.
Dang, I was feeling like I was done there.
Yeah, I know. This is, again, where it takes, that's that teamwork, make the dream work.
Yep.
That's what we say.
Yep.
All right. And any side, like this area right here is starting to break, so I just kind of pinch it together. Yeah. Yeah, and we're good. All right, this looks good. Okay, so from here, I also like to use my finger as a measuring tool. Just be careful, because we're using a knife. And you just want little pillows. We're using the back of the knife here, okay?
All right.
Yeah. I'll give you one. There you go. So use the back of the knife, okay? Now, traditional gnocchi also has like a board with grooves in it, and you would take your gnocchi and you would push it down those grooves, and it gives you the design in there, okay?
Oh, okay.
So you can do that with a fork. Look at my hand. It looks like a big, scary hand. You can use that with a fork where you literally just take your fork and you just pull it back, and it gives you this little design in here.
Oh, I gotcha.
But that, to me, just takes time. I don't have all the time in the world, so I like little pillows.
I like the pillows.
Or you can take your thumb and do like a little indent in there. That's another design. It's just a little aesthetic. It's not going to change the flavor. It's not going to make like, oh my gosh, those grooves. Like, you know, it's
spending
okay.
all that time on it.
Yeah,
right.
So I just make mine little pillows.
I should have done all of my pillows.
So if you do this ahead of time,
Yep.
you want to, I like to get like a damp towel, and I would put this right over here while I work on this guy.
Gotcha.
And I would cover it with just a little bit of flour, and then I would throw a damp towel on that. Now that's only if it's going to be sitting for a while. You know,
All right.
we got way too much that we're working with. So now I am going to go ahead and drop this one while we work on these ones, and we're going to let these boil for about 3 to 4 minutes until they float. But the trick before you put them in the water is make sure you just toss it in some flour, just so they don't stick as they enter the water, okay?
Okay.
And then we just
Perfect.
take a handful, and then you're just gonna drop it in boiling water.
All right, we got some more work to do here, but it looks like a good time to take a break for a few words from our sponsors, and we'll be right back to finish this out, plate it up, and add this little sauce that we got going that we're gonna make here. We'll be right back.
Hey, Chef Kayla. Hi.
Yes.
Well,
Spit it out.
I need something out of that pan, please. Hey, yeah, thank you so much. This is the ELO M50 mobile computer. It's a pretty sweet little device. 5.5-inch HD touch display, integrated 2D barcode scanner, Android 10 OS. It's a rugged device. It lasts, like, battery's life is all day. It's been sitting in that pan for a while now. It's still good to go. And I mean, even if it wasn't, it's quick charge anyway, so. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, 4G, all the cool stuff that you need for communications. This baby's perfect if you need for retail, warehousing, delivery, healthcare. Great device right there.
I need to get back to work, so I'm gonna need you to go. Like now. Like get out of my kitchen.
Okay. Thanks. Oh, hey, it's in stock and ready for delivery right now.
Get out of my kitchen.
Okay, bye.
Thank you.
Counter space is at a premium for most retailers and restaurants, even with the latest in compact printers. That's why Epson takes space saving a step further with the M32 SL, a compact, sleek POS thermal receipt printer with a built-in table mount and convenient connectivity. Its modern industrial design gives users multiple configuration options and flexible positioning. Made to accommodate up to 4 POS peripheral devices via USB, this all-in-one POS printer can even charge a tablet and communicate data, all using a single USB cable. USB network tethering can even enable network connection for tablets in locations with spotty wireless. Pretty cool for those rural artisan farm-to-fork restaurants. Of course, the modern POS should support modern customer trends, so the M32 SL enables online ordering through server direct print as well as cloud applications via OmniLink merchant services. That makes it perfect for your customers that are looking to offer online ordering or would like to. Now, if we can only get our chef's creations delivered to you, that would be pretty fantastic. We'll ask Epson if they can work on that for the next episode. Everybody wants fast, reliable delivery, whether it's your latest online dinner order or that last-minute gift for the holidays. More than half of millennials expect same-day delivery. We old Gen Xers are pretty fond of it too. But many SMB retailers are struggling to keep up with these expectations, especially when demand spikes or there are limited fleet options that slow down delivery times. That's why Honeywell has partnered with FarEye. FarEye offers a flexible SaaS platform for on-demand delivery, able to scale operations during uncertain times or demand spikes by helping businesses crowdsource available delivery agents, monitor their performance, optimize routes, and provide real-time delivery tracking. Of course, Honeywell delivers, no pun intended, the perfect hardware to pair with FarEye. This is the CT40 XP, a purpose-built mobile device for last-minute delivery. The CT40 features a flex range scan imager, 13 megapixel autofocus camera, perfect for that proof of delivery shot, long life cycle, and Android OS compatible with future upgrades through 2030. I know my iPhone isn't going to last that long. Help your customers meet today's delivery demands with Honeywell and FarEye.
Oh, hey, John, you asked? What's going on, man?
Oh, nothing much, man. I'm just checking out the rest of the show from here, making a few notes.
Oh, yeah, you notes?
Well, yeah, you know, about the flow of the show, the shot composition, the host, you know.
But I'm the host, right?
Yeah, we'll talk later. That's fine.
Okay, wait, and where'd you get this? What is this anyway?
This is the Samsung QM55RA. It's the next iteration of their QM55R.
Very nice, very nice. So how big is this thing?
55 inches of UHD goodness. It's visible from all angles, day or night. Perfect for businesses that want to display information 24/7.
Or like if you're going to want to watch the cooking show.
Yeah, and hey, even lower definition content gets a boost up to UHD when you put it on this thing. I can see all of your imperfections.
And the color's phenomenal.
Oh yeah, dynamic crystal color with quantum dot. Up to 1 billion shades can be seen on here. It's a beautiful display. Quantum HDR, faster, smarter, 4K processor, virtual sound. It's gonna get everything.
And look how slim it is. That is fairly impressive, gotta say.
No doubt. So
Very
hey,
nice.
I would say for any of our VARs that have customers that are looking to upgrade their display, or maybe they've got a previously have a QM55R that they want to update, it's time to talk to your BlueStar representative about this baby.
Not bad, not bad.
Yeah,
Hey, look,
not at all.
I gotta get back. Maybe we'll talk about those notes a little later.
Oh yeah, sure. It's no problem. Hey, enunciate, Dean. For your customers looking for a versatile POS designed to hold up to daily continuous use, show them the powerful ELO POS system. Purpose-built for point-of-sale, ELO POS offers flexibility and durability for traditional applications and self-service. All units come with an 8th generation Intel processor, Wi-Fi, and BLE 5.0 for third-party device connectivity, plus an integrated expansion hub ready for any and all peripherals like barcode scanners, customer displays, payment devices, and more. ELO POS is customizable for any situation, offering various mounting and desktop options, along with 15 and 22-inch display choices. Backed by a 3-year warranty, ELO POS is the retail-hardened, modern, and reliable system. To learn more, contact your BlueStar representative or visit the ELO microsite at bluestarinc.com.
At the end of the workday, companies require a habitat for their enterprise mobile devices when they're not in use. If left unattended, devices run the risk of being misplaced or damaged. There's a solution for that. Introducing Zebra's Intelligent Cabinets, an intuitive container that works to optimize how devices are stored, accessed, tracked, and managed during downtime at work. These specific containers come in the form of cabinets, racks, cradle locks, and customized carts. Set up alongside Zebra's access management system, businesses can keep devices charged, device readiness tracked, and devices updated when not in use. This is sure to save managers tons of time, boost workplace productivity, and cut costs where it's necessary. To learn more about Zebra's line of intelligent cabinets, be sure to call your BlueStar representative today.
Welcome back, everybody. We are here with the awesome Kayla Robison, and we are talking about, well, it was the movie challenges today. Mostly Martha was the movie. Gnocchi is the dish that we are preparing. So when we left you, hey, we cleaned up a little bit, right? Because we had
we made a big mess.
We had like mummy hands
Yes,
going on
yes.
here. But we're gonna finish it out here. We're gonna we got to do some boiling. We're gonna do a little.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're gonna
right?
make a really simple sauce.
I know.
Okay.
We got like 3 ingredients
I know.
left here.
I'm
This is
all
awesome.
about simplicity
Yes,
in life,
yes.
okay? So we're gonna make a brown butter, a sage brown butter. So we're gonna start by melting off this butter. And
this is something you want to be careful of, right? Because you don't want to burn butter.
you don't want to overburn your butter, correct? Because brown butter is kind of has a safe place, and then all of a sudden it will just be burnt real quick. So we're looking for this like nutty scent, like it's where you see the amber color and it has that nutty scent to it, and you'll get there once we get there.
Gotcha. Yep.
So I'm browning the butter, which is very simple. You basically just take the butter, put it on. I got about a medium-high heat.
Okay.
We're gonna let it do its
Melting
thing.
down pretty quick.
It is, yes.
And that's just your standard butter, right?
Just regular old
Nothing-
butter. Better to use room temp, and then it wouldn't take this long, but I'm actually not gonna use all of this one.
Okay.
I'm only gonna use half, okay? So, we've got this brown butter, okay? So another super, super important part to pasta is seasoning your water with salt, okay? Pretty generous amount of salt as well. I already threw some salt in here. Before the water was boiling, we really want to make sure you use or season your salt or season your water. Now, when we talk about salt, I'm like
I know.
salt.
I was gonna go there.
I like
We're not
salt.
talking table salt
We're
here.
not- well, okay, so actually,
Like, I would
the
get
only
punched by
time-
Kayla if we used-
The only time we're going to talk table salt is when seasoning water.
Okay. Oh,
That's okay.
all right. Fair
now,
enough.
you can use any. I mean, I just use the sea salt that you have in house. That's totally fine.
Okay, all right.
But the only time you want to use iodized table salt is just to season your water.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Don't season
Fair enough.
your food with that, folks.
Got
we
it.
We
Got
don't
it.
want to do that. Okay. So gnocchi's really simple. As you can see, you had some and helped me out over here, which is great. So I'm going to break a little bit of these up. A good tip is we toss them in flour. That kind of helps them from clumping.
Yep. Sprinkle a little on
Yep,
top. Yep.
And then we're just gonna kind of gently drop them in.
Gotcha. We
Yep.
had just got our boiling water going
Got
there.
boiling water. The butter is getting to be brown. So these are gonna take about 3 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes until they float. So that's what's kind of great about this dish, because the timing is just effortless. It just
Wait,
kind of
what?
just
They
flies.
float?
They
They're
will
gonna
float.
float?
Yes. Now,
Alright.
another really important key to this is in any pasta dish, first off, we can kind of see how this is turning. See, it's kind of turning this amber color. This is perfect. We're at a good time.
Okay.
But pasta water, when you throw your pasta in there, it's got the starch and it's actually a thickener. So we are going to add some of that pasta water into here, and it's gonna
Gotcha.
help thicken our sauce and add some flavor. It's important because this is so seasoned with salt. We're not gonna salt this quite yet. We'll season to taste. then.
Gotcha.
All right, so we've got the brown butter working. I threw the sage in there. That's gonna really help kind of
I love just
get
the buttery
into that
smell,
flavor.
by
I
the
know,
way,
like,
right? Yes.
oh, just come over here
I
and
know.
smell.
It's like just that. Yeah. Right.
It's
exactly.
So good. It's
yeah,
and it
it's
fills
good
up the
stuff.
room. Like if there could be a butter scented candle, a little sage, I would be like, that'd be heaven. That'd be great. That'd be great. So I'm just gonna give this a little stir gently. Actually, I'm gonna use a spoon to just kind of move it around. If you guys want to kind of bring that camera, or actually we have a camera above, right?
Yep.
We can see all this magic happening. So we see it's settled, right? We can
Yep.
see the bubbles working. Now they're gonna start floating, and when they start floating, they're gonna look like this, okay? So we've got, like, you can kind of feel it.
Ah.
It's a little dumpling.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So then
That's
from
exactly
here,
it.
you can just eat it like this, toss it in some sauce, and it could be like boiled, and that's fine. But I like to actually pan fry mine. I love to give it some color. I love to also give it some texture.
I was gonna say, are we trying to crisp the
Just
outside a little bit?
Yeah,
Okay.
a little brown
Yeah,
on
yeah,
both sides, a nice golden brown. So these are almost going. I kind of want to wait. I don't want to like jump ahead.
Right.
I tend to do that. I get excited.
Now, we were talking earlier, I was thinking you might pair gnocchi with some other, meat or something like that, but you could just legit have this as the meal.
Yes. So traditionally, yeah, gnocchi. Actually, I am going to add some more butter in here. Gnocchi can be just the meal. It can be.
It's just that.
Yeah, it can
Yeah.
be, and you'll see, like, once we add all the elements together and we top it with some freshly grated Parmesan, like, it really brings this dish together. Now, I've seen at restaurants where they use gnocchi as like an appetizer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's fine too. I'll eat gnocchi all day, every day. I'll eat it for dessert.
Now, besides this sauce, are there any other sauces that you might use on it, like a cream sauce
yes.
or?
So my personal favorite is I like to use a truffle brie sauce, and the truffle brie sauce is very, very simple. You use about 4 ounces of brie. You use garlic, fresh garlic. I like to grate my garlic when it's into sauces like that. All right, so we can kind of see it already started floating.
Oh,
See
yep,
that?
there we go.
Yes.
Yep.
And we're just gonna add it right in there. So it's brie, heavy cream, garlic, and some truffle oil. And you just let it melt, and then it'll slightly thicken because of the cheese and the heavy cream. And you'll treat it just like this. It was like the sauce was made in the pan. Go throw your gnocchi in there, and it's just
I can see the
so
truffle
yummy.
oil being really good with this.
It is
It's
so
just got
good.
that taste that would
Yeah.
be, I'm anticipating it would be really good there. But here, this one's super simple. We just got some brown butter.
Paula Deen would love this. She loves her butter.
And don't worry about getting the water in there, because that's helping.
Yes.
Yep.
So yes, from here, I'm actually not going to add extra water because I had enough from just doing what we just did. Just transferring it over. All right. So then from here, I'm going to take a little spatula and just kind of gently move it around.
Don't want to beat it up.
We don't want to beat it up. No, we want time to just we just want it to take a snack. Can you smell
I was
this?
just about to go there. I'm like, I'm so sorry you
It's
cannot
so
smell this because
good.
this is so simple, but it smells so awesome
But they
right now.
will smell it because they will make it at home. And they're going to be like, this is our new favorite
Right?
because it's delicious. I think we need a little bit more sage.
Okay.
I think we could use a little more fresh sage in there. It just smells so good. Sage is such, I think it's a forgotten element. It's a forgotten herb, and it just smells so great. But you can really do a lot of beautiful things with this. Sage obviously pairs very well with pork. We know sage mostly for gravies and stuffing, but there's a lot of other good things you can do. You could do a beautiful stone fruit salad. So stone fruit is your plums and nectarines and
Oh,
peaches.
right.
It's got
Yeah.
the stone head,
Got it.
So that's stone fruit.
Yep.
So you could do, I'm just coming up with this off the top of my head. So some stone fruit, you could do a sage-infused oil over some of that stone fruit with some tomatoes, almost like a caprese, you know what I mean? And just get different and creative with it and use sage. That's gonna bring it like fall.
Yeah. Right.
Let's
It does have a very
basil
yes.
with sage. And then you got a fall caprese.
Just
I might
like
have
that.
to put that on the menu. You guys heard it here first. So, all right. So
Now,
we're
how
just,
about a wine perspective? What would you serve with something like this?
Okay. So I'm not the biggest wine expert.
Okay.
I am learning more and more as I go because I drink enough of it that I should know a lot. Something like this, from what I understand with wine, and what I do know of wine, is that you pair based off of the meat and a sauce.
Okay.
So
So we got a
something
very-
like this, I think, is almost neutral between a red or a white.
Okay.
But if you were to do a white cream sauce, then you're going to want a white wine. If you did a red sauce, you're going to want a red wine.
Makes
Same
sense.
with meats. Chicken's traditionally served with white, and steak red.
Yep, yep.
But I feel like because we're in butter territory
Yes,
here.
totally.
Yeah, I think you could probably go either way. I will tell you the newest wine that I've got, I'm obsessed with. I've had 3 different types in the last 7 days. is orange wine.
What? Never heard of it.
Wine.
So what is
I
it?
really think orange wine would pair really well with this. Orange wine, and I don't quite understand all of
The makings of it or
It's
whatnot?
something along the lines of the skin and how they process it. They treat it. I guess you know how rosé is actually. It's either a red wine that's treated like a white, right?
yep.
It's kind of in that same family.
Okay.
And so it is just incredible. It's very funky. It's kind of like the dry age of wine.
Really?
You know how dry aged steak
Yeah,
has
yeah.
that funky flavor? I kind of think that that's what I'm getting from
Your orange wine.
It's the dry.
Never heard of orange wine.
It's pretty incredible. And I think the butter and the sage that we've got going on in here, I really think that The orange wine would just kind of add that acidity to this and really pair beautifully to it. So awesome. Okay.
This is looking great, by the way. Look at that.
Thank you. Yeah, and we're kind of starting to see some browning, okay?
Yes,
so from
right?
here, it's all depending on how much browning you'd like, okay? I like a little more color to mine. We're almost there. I give it like 1 more minute. Uninterrupted.
No, I like it.
We will have,
it's kind of adding that crispy edge to it, right?
yeah, and like these are basically fried up. Like they're, you know, there'll be a little texture in there, and then you can obviously add some fresh sage in there as well. But this, oh, it smells beautiful. It looks beautiful. It's great. It's already got that nice browning to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn off my skillet. And we're gonna get ready for the fun part. We're gonna get ready for plating.
Always the best part.
Yes.
Because we eat with our eyes.
We eat with our eyes.
There
I'm
you
so
go.
happy you said that. Okay. So, gotta be careful. This is a non-stick skillet. Oh yeah, also use non-stick if you can.
Yeah.
Okay, that's gonna help. You don't have to, but just make sure if you don't, you have like a butter sauce like this will be fine just because it won't stick.
Oh, you're saying that, yeah, the gnocchi could stick to the bottom there. Got it.
It will stick, yes.
Yep.
Okay, so we're gonna go and just spoon this on here. This is just so good and beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and bring it over.
It's so nice and simple.
It
Again,
is, and look-
6 ingredients. That's
Yes.
all we had this whole time.
The whole time, just 6 ingredients and a lot of love, a lot of labor of love.
A lot of kneading.
A lot of kneading.
Yes.
You need this in your life, all right? I'm gonna put a little of this brown butter right on top. All right, I'm gonna finish this with some fresh cracked pepper.
You need the grater again for that Parmesan?
I
or-
actually use a microplane for
Oh,
mine. Yep, I'm
well,
just gonna
look at
put just a little bit of salt on there again because this had so much salt in our water. We want to season to taste, so I'm gonna wait to taste it before I know I want to add more salt. Okay. Now from here, we're just gonna do this beautiful, fresh, cheese. Right on top, just like
Nice.
that. Yes, a big pile of it too.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Parmesan. I can eat me a ton of Parmesan.
Clean up your edge of your plate because we love you. Boom.
Boom. There
Bon
you go.
appetit.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
Right?
We're gonna try some of this stuff. Look at that.
It's so good. It's really hot.
It is hot.
It does need a little more salt.
You think?
I like salt.
All right. I think it's good the way it
It
is.
is the way it
That's
is.
awesome.
Yeah.
How easy was that? Kayla, thank you so much for
Thank
accepting
you.
our movie challenge and hitting it out of the park with a little gnocchi here.
Thank you.
Nicely done. Nicely done. Hey, thanks again to our sponsors, Elo, Epson, Samsung, and Zebra. Couldn't do it without you folks. Now is your chance. The simplest recipe, maybe the simplest recipe we've had on the whole show. But you still need it, so go to the link we're gonna show you here in just a second and put in the code Gnocchi. If you can spell it, you gotta put it in there. Put in the code and we will send you the recipe, and the first 200 will send you a $25 gift card so that you can get these very simple ingredients and do the same. Thanks again, Kayla.
Thank you so
You
much.
rock, appreciate it. Thanks for joining us, take care.